Good evening. I'm Jan Daniel Lancaster, Superintendent of Catholic Schools for the Archdiocese of New Orleans. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have an exciting show planned. Students from St. Peter Claver will perform for us tonight, as well as we will talk to Deacon Lawrence Houston and Sister Annette Baxley, and they will tell us about their ministry in Catholic education. I'd also like to thank WLAE for giving us the opportunity to let you know the wonderful things that are happening in Catholic education. We'll be right back.
It's happening in schools and schoolyards. A timeless tradition is rekindled with every new class, in every new face. In Louisiana Catholic schools, learning goes beyond textbooks and testing. Students are embracing faith, values, leadership skills, and of course, a classic history of academic excellence. Invest in success. Louisiana Catholic Schools, a class of their own.
Welcome back to Our Schools, Our Future. I have with me tonight Deacon Lawrence Houston from St. Peter Claver. And Deacon Houston, you are the assistant principal at St. Peter Claver, correct?
That is correct.
But you do a lot more there.
Yes, I do.
Could you tell us about your ministry, both in the school and in the parish?
Oh, sure thing. Well, as you said, I am the vice principal, the assistant principal for the school. So I'm there in ministry to the students, to the families. Whenever there's a situation, I'm available for them to talk and to help out in whatever other way possible. Also visible in the parish itself. I am one of 3 deacons that are actually assigned to St. Peter Claver Parish, and so involved in music ministry within the parish, involved with youth ministry, involved with the baptismal prep, involved with marriage, so very engaged in what's going on.
And you're not from New Orleans? No,
I'm not. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Came to New Orleans to attend school, Xavier University, where I received my bachelor's and my master's degree. And then after receiving my bachelor's, I went into education.
That's great. Well, I know, like I said earlier, you're very involved at St. Peter Claver, and you also are a deacon, as you said, in the Catholic Church. Can you tell us what motivated you to get so involved and to want to be such a part of your church and in a special ministry such as being a deacon and serving in that capacity?
Well, you know, each person's call is different. For myself, and I joke about it a lot, but the reality was that God was calling me and I really wasn't paying attention myself.
You hear that so many times.
And it definitely so. And it came through, actually, I credit my grandmother, who would call me and say, I had a dream about you, or I had something about you. I saw you in a pulpit, I saw you preaching. My mother would call and say the same thing. And then co-workers would start telling me different things. So God was talking through other people, and I finally realized it. And so I began the journey, which actually began before Hurricane Katrina, in going through a year of discernment. Katrina hit. My classmates, we were put on hold until we received word after Katrina, and so we came back, and then we began our formation process, which took us roughly 6 years for our class, which normally the process is 5 years.
Well, that is just great, and we appreciate everything that you do for the ministry of our faith and of our church. One of the things you mentioned to me is that your undergraduate degree is in music.
Yes, it is.
And so you work very closely with the music ministry at St. Peter Claver. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And then we're going to have a performance soon, so I want to hear a little bit about the children coming on board as well. But if you could tell us about the music ministry at St. Peter Claver.
Oh, definitely. We have a part of our curriculum is that on every Thursday we have what we call ministries. And so our students from 3rd through 8th grade get to choose a ministry they wish to be a part of, which includes being a part of our choir, a part of our liturgical movement, being a part of African drumming, being an altar server, being on the liturgy committee to plan services, or being a part of the mission. And so for myself, I'm the director of the children's choir. for the school. So it's all about getting our children engaged, and they enjoy singing so much. They enjoy praising through the word and through song. So that's, for me, that's a blessing. Just to see their faces, to see the energy and the life that they have. And then our liturgical movement, our dancers are so engaged. I don't direct them, I'm not the dancer, but we do have another faculty member who is responsible for preparing them. And so today we will do a couple songs, and with our choir, a small part of our choir, we actually have almost about 55 children in the school choir itself. And we're to have a small group here today and a small group of our dancers today.
And we'll see that in a few minutes. But before we do that, you know, I just want to comment. When I was at St. Peter Claver for the dedication last year,
Yes.
I was so impressed, and it goes along with what you just said as well. St. Peter Claver does such a phenomenal job of showing children how they are the young church of today. And as you said, in choosing a ministry,
Yes.
it shows them or gives them examples of how to be lifelong Catholics and how to live their faith. And every time I go to St. Peter Claver, I really see that.
Thank you.
At the Mass, like I said, at the dedication, I saw children actually walking up and giving to the offertory, and just showing that they can make a difference in the lives of others.
Definitely. And we believe in that. And our motto is educating the whole child, something we do well. Because we believe we have to take the child and make sure that they have everything in place, from the academics to the spiritual side, and that they become world citizens. That it's not just about self, but it looks out for those that God has entrusted to us, who are our brothers and our sisters. And as you said, in our masses, we make sure that the children understand that when they come up for offertory, they're not giving for themselves, but they're giving for others. We've adopted two organizations, two groups. One is an orphanage in Nairobi, Kenya, the Kibagari Good News Center, which our school has been supporting for well over 10 years. And so on our Wednesday collection goes to that orphanage, and we recently adopted St. Therese School in Haiti after the earthquake there. So all of the money that's collected on our Wednesday morning Mass go to those two groups.
Oh, that is just making the world a better place. And it's showing kids that they, as children even, as like I said, the young church can make a difference in the lives of others.
Yes.
And I see wonderful things going on at St. Peter Claver, so I thank you for your ministry. It's almost time for us to have the children come on board.
Okay.
So could you tell us a little bit about what they're going to perform, and tell us a little bit about the choir and the liturgical movement piece that we're going to see?
Sure thing. We're going to do two pieces. The first piece is just a traditional piece for the Lenten season. Were You There? So our choir will sing, and our liturgical dancers, our liturgical movers will move according to the various words that we sing. And then the second piece is actually a piece by one of the artists, William McDowell. It's a more contemporary piece, and the title is I Won't Go Back. Specifically speaking about change in one's life. We go through various things, and when we change, as we should be during this Lenten season, that we don't go back to the past. We don't go back to those things that kept us from really being the best that we can be.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm looking forward to seeing the children come on and perform for us. So I want to thank you for being here today and bringing the children from St. Peter Claver. And I hope you will enjoy the next segment of our show, where you will actually see the children perform. So we'll be right back with that.
We never forget our best teachers, the ones who do so much more than teach. They inspire and insist we bring our best in everything we do. We find those mentors in our Catholic schools. It's why Catholic school graduates consistently go on to college, land better jobs, embrace faith, and lead. Louisiana Catholic schools, in a class of their own. will the world ask of them? Whatever it is, they'll be prepared to answer. Because in a safe and disciplined environment, Louisiana Catholic schools shape tomorrow's leaders. Catholic students are rising. 99% graduate. Almost all go to college. They'll earn higher wages, be community involved, more tolerant of diverse views. And the world will be better because of them. Louisiana Catholic schools, in a class of their own.
Welcome back. I have with me Sister Annette Baxley, who is joining us today, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Well, Sister, I have to say, I wanted to have you here because I want to celebrate your years in Catholic education. It does make me sad that this is going to be your last year as principal of St. Rita. How many years have you been at St. Rita, and how many years have you been principal?
I've been at St. Rita 20 years as principal, 2 years as librarian, and altogether 40 years as principal, and 16 as teacher.
Oh, wow.
But I've really taught every year because I want to keep in touch with the children and to back up the teachers.
So besides being principal at St. Rita, where else have you been the principal?
I've been principal at Our Lady of Fatima in Bangladesh,
Wow.
St. John's in Plaquemine, Opelousas Catholic, and St. Mary the Angels.
So you really have had quite a ministry in Catholic education.
All across Southwest Louisiana and Mexico and Bangladesh.
Could you tell us just some of the highlights of your years in the Ministry of Catholic Education?
Well, it really has changed, and our founder, Basil Morrow, said that we will change the method of teaching, but we educate the heart. And that's what I found to be the thrill of education in Catholic schools, that we educate the heart, and that you can learn to read and write anywhere, but it makes a difference if you're in a Catholic school.
Well, I think just in saying that, it really does make a difference, because as I see, when I go to St. Rita and I see you, I see the kids coming up and giving you hugs. They just love you. So I can see that you are educating the heart, and you've done that throughout your entire ministry.
And that's what we're trying to get our teachers to continue, so that, you know, once the sisters are gone, there'll be some more sisters there next year, but once the sisters are gone, that it will continue.
And as you look back on your years as an administrator and in Catholic education, how do you think we go about continuing that, educating the heart? What do you think you do at St. Rita to ensure that for the kids?
We just love them, that's all. And we have a very tight family spirit at St. Rita's. And we have children coming all the time back to visit. And the people who have been there 20 years, 30 years before, they say it looks the same. And it really doesn't. And I couldn't figure it out for a while. It feels the same. They feel the love and the compassion and the acceptance there.
And as I said, when I walk in there, I see that. I see that in the way your teachers treat every child as sacred. And I've gotten, as a principal, I was at Mary Queen of Peace, and we partnered
right.
and did a lot of events with both of our schools. So I just really felt that warmth at St. Rita. And I enjoyed the times when we got together. We had like a field day.
Really,
and some of the things we did.
It was very much fun.
And that's really where I got to know you, and I feel like we really started a special friendship.
We did.
And it's such mixed feelings. I'm happy for you as we celebrate your ministry, but it also makes me sad because just to have you not leading St. Rita next year.
Well, I really feel that every place I've been, I've brought a piece of that place with me, and I left a piece of myself there. So hopefully things will continue. They might even get better, who knows?
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be hard following in your footsteps, because you have just really led St. Rita in such a positive way through many changes. And as you look back at your time at St. Rita, what will you remember the most? What special event or special happenings, let's say, at St. Rita?
I remember the geography bees and the speech tournaments and the drama. the talent of the children, their laughter, their happiness. When I first went to St. Rita's, they did not like to draw, and I wouldn't let them do color sheets. They had to draw. And their drawings are happy, and they're very proud of themselves. And that's what we want to make them, to realize how good they are and how precious they are.
And also, I think part of your ministry that I've noticed, especially when we were partnering our two schools, the parents are so pleased, and the parents feel a part of the community. I think as a Catholic school, it's so important that we let parents, as the primary educators of their children, know how important, like you said, educating the heart is, and what they can do at home to instill our Catholic faith and tradition. And I think St. Rita has done that, and has done an excellent job of evangelization to the families and the parents.
And I'm very proud to say that we have a whole family coming into the church right after Easter.
Oh, that's
right.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. And then we're going to celebrate 60 years.
Yes.
As a sister.
Yes. I don't feel old until I look in the mirror.
Well, you know, 60 years. Thank you. Thank you for that ministry.
And it just looks like it went woof.
Well, it does seem to go by quickly.
Yes.
It just has amazed me when I look at the years that I've been in education. And over 30 years, it just, it amazes me, because where to go? It went so quickly.
It really did.
It went so quickly. Well, sister, we have to wrap up now, but I just want to say thank you for your time in education. Thank you for the difference you've made in the lives of so many. And I can honestly say that you will be greatly missed. And you've made a difference, and you have instilled the Catholic faith in a lot of children. And that goes on for generations and generations, and we never know where our influence stops, because it truly never does. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here today. And thank you also for being with us tonight on Our Schools, Our Future. See you next time.